They ban it out.
Yeah, we're onto something here, Lacoste.
I like how you use the word we.
Yeah, we're a team.
We are.
We're,
I mean, we are making a
you
team.
make
That's what you said.
yeah. Pango.
Big fan. Even though I prefer Pango to be position 4, Pango, once he gets the item, the Maelstrom, Aghanim Scepter, if the game drags, this hero just becomes insanely good.
What a Fnatic want to get. Could be looking for a mid, but could also be looking for an offlaner. Could be looking for a support. Tiny, very flexible with where he can and might go. The Enchantress ban, something we saw picked up last game late in the draft. And what are we thinking? 5 position CM. We got that. 1 position Naga Siren. Is Lesh going to be the mid against Razor? Lesh sounds decent against Razor mid.
He's okay. Yeah, you have a stun, you have a lightning to slow him down. But you're playing Naga Siren into Razor, so you can just drain the illusions. You're always going to have this guaranteed static link.
Yep. I guess the good part about that is that means your carry's not losing damage, but Timbersaw comes out. Ice, Timber, perhaps? Yeah, Abe takes the Lesh mid. It will be that Lesh mid.
Pause for Tiny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, DJ needed a hero. He had the Shaman last game, and he does play a lot of Tiny, so makes sense. Timbersaw this game...
It's a really, really good Timbersaw game.
Yeah.
They have no burst whatsoever besides... so, like, Chen does nothing against Timbersaw, neither does Pango. Like, he does not rely on dealing right-click damage at all. So, Lucky Shot won't be effective. Razor, he has a Timber Chain to get away from him.
And even if you're just feeding damage to Razor, it's kind of like, well, I don't need my damage. I'm going to nuke you down. This is a very problematic hero on paper for Navi to deal with. Great last pick from Fnatic, utilizing that second pick of the draft well, I feel. Navi will have some questions to answer as far as how to deal with it. And of course, Ice. Classic hero of his, has his own set in the game and will be playing it himself.
I remember the meta when Ice was pretty much being banned out by every single team. Like 5-6 bans were spent just to kill his heroes. He still found his way, sneaks in something new. One of the funniest Dota 2 players overall.
That guy is a huge troll. And even just his play in-game, it reflects his personality, I feel like. One of the few players that will do stuff like item droppings, and sometimes it's like item droppings to try and bait people. Like he's not just trolling. Like he's actually, like there's some weird, crazy logic behind the stuff he does in-game, even when it seems insane.
Yeah. And Timbersaw face kind of reminds you of Ice.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like if you had to pick a hero, that's it.
Dance.
Like that's
that
him.
dance is like Ice, like
really clowny.
Yep. No, he is an IRL Timbersaw. A little bit crazy, you know? This Timbersaw, he's always going on about conspiracy theories about the trees and all that. Like that's kind of Ice in person, you know? You're never quite sure if which Ice you're going to be talking to. Here we go. Game number 2 between Navi and Fnatic. What's the play going to be? Early smoke out. Fnatic looking to get down some early wards, you're going to imagine. Yep, Abe going to be dropping his in the mid lane. Looks like he wants to go on the other side of the ramp. There we go. I'll put it down there. There's a sentry ward on the Chen, but you don't really expect it as much. Observe ward coming out as the Earth Spirit and Chen.
What's up with the Blazion not bringing Regen? He's just scouting things out. I mean, you're going to bring Regen. Okay, there he goes. He's going to use the courier.
Maybe waiting to figure out what his lane is to see how much regen he needs would be my guess.
But he didn't see anything.
No, you're very right on that. I'm just
30 seconds to battle.
throwing stuff out there. But yeah, gets the mango. Tango south. And where is the dire ward? So he put the ward here. I wonder if that ward was scouted being planted or not. Spirit. Oh, he's going to be a human ward. Forget, because this ward did get dewarded in the end last game, so he can find the lanes out, then Chen can recall him wherever he's needed to, theoretically.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Will be Ice 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 down bottom, but Ice 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 is tucked in here, trying to make sure he does not get scouted. And his ward here did see them coming around. Again, I don't know if it saw them plant the Dire ward. Seeing enemies plant wards is such a big deal when you can deny vision and also the golden XP you get from dewarding. Here we go. Tiny will scout Blizzy top soon, I imagine. Maybe not. He does run past. And Earth Spirit's still just chilling.
They don't want this. You do not want to tri-lane against the Timbersaw. He's going to get farm eventually, and what does Chen do to Timbersaw? He only needs 2 points in reactive armor, and he's going to be fine.
Earth Spirit decides he wants to look for a courier snipe, but it's not coming out just
There's
yet.
going to be a toss back on Chen.
Gets him underneath the tower. Ice 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 with the help of that toss back should be able to get this first blood. Does lose the tower aggro.
He'll try to TP out.
Yep.
Yeah, sadly. Oh, there's another toss. Oh my god, he also used the TP. He would have died earlier if Verling that connected to the trees, but it didn't, the first one.
Yeah.
Walk of shame.
That is not what you want to see from the Chen. Does have the Holy Persuasion. He needs to go and find a creep pronto and figure out what he wants to get done in this laning stage, but a great start for fnatic with that first blood. Having that boots first Tiny. And what's he got here? Finds the Mind Stealer. And we're looking to burn some of that mana from some of these pesky, annoying heroes in lane.
And DJ is doing a good job pulling the wave to the side camp. Crystallize. It's such a tough lane. This 10th pick, Timbersaw. Do we even consider Timbersaw being a cheesy pick anymore?
I think so. I mean, it's a cheese pick everyone knows about, but it is, when it's like an amazing Timber game, it's like, it kind of feels like it can be like, not an insta-win, of course, but a cheese pick, I guess.
Tiny also gets a region rune.
Yeah. It's just not in the same category of cheese as like Brood and Meepo. Or Husker, even. I mean, I don't even think Husker's that cheesy anymore with the changes to that hero.
Brood Husker, they're tier 1 cheese.
Brood Meepo, I'd say.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, everyone has their own idea of cheese. Some people don't even like, cheese. It's in Dota. I mean, cheese implies, it's like there's something like, oh, you're winning when you don't deserve to win. Obviously, these heroes in Dota have their place. You have to respect the fact that they exist when you're drafting. So, as it stands, Ice Ice Ice, 13 CS. In the bottom lane, 18 CS on Naga Siren, who's having a great time. And it looks like Magical did end up finding the Observer Ward on the high ground, so gets the D ward in the mid lane.
For me, it feels like when you have this stuff for Lash, the cosmetic, it's called Tormented stuff, that it's so much easier to attack. It's pay to win. Like your animation feels much, much better.
Yeah. Well, we'll put it to the test here as he's bullying Magical under the tower a little bit. Quite maybe the outcome I was hoping for. Nico does find a Mud Golem. Is he going to go for a gank play here? He may pick up the second one, then have the triple Golem. The 2 Shard Golems and the Mud one. That looks to be the plan here. Yep, he's got 3 now. This is a lot of damage, and DJ, he knows this. He sees it coming. He scouts it out. He's looking for the Avalanche, the toss back. Can he get it? He gets the Chen under the tower again.
But Crystal made no mana. No,
okay.
she has one. Yeah. Crystal Nova. Clarity is running.
They just see it coming. That Observer Ward.
He wants the last hit.
Yeah. I mean, Dubu doesn't need it. Using this ward, just scouting out the Chen rotations. They didn't maybe know exactly where he was or what creep he had, but they had a very good idea of when he was coming. Really good start to the lanes for fnatic.
He was trying to body block them. Like, is my Leshrac near? Do you want to pick this one up? Otherwise, it would get denied.
Here come the Golem tosses. That's Plasma Field. That's just a straight up kill. All right. I don't think he expected 2 points in Plasma Field, but they get the kill.
He was saving a point, and he leveled it up right just to get the kill, because he saw how much damage he needs. Also, it's a solo kill. Like, he's getting the solo XP for it, at least. Level 5.5, almost level 6.
5-minute Baron Rune's coming up soon. Blizzy wants to get his hands on at least one of them since he just bought this bottle, so he wants to be able to refill it. And Ice 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 will be looking to claim these ones down in the bottom lane. He's got a few seconds. He can't really contest because Zayats has a stun, so he's just going to go defensive and go for his. And fnatic will get 3 bounty runes as a result. Oh, ISS
Maybe not.
Oh, wow, he got 4. No, Zayats contested instead of securing his own, and as a result, Ice outplays him, gets all the bounty runes. Can he get out alive? He cancels the Timber Chain out. Ice in trouble with all this stolen damage. He should go down to the right clicks. 1 more. It barely clips him.
Oh, what a play from Zayas. The perfect timing to cancel the Timber Chain at the perfect moment, and that's a nice chunk of gold and XP for both of those.
Does get the bounty rune, so it's still almost worth it for Ice, I feel, dying for a bounty rune. But he is a core hero, not like some 5-position support. Back at the mid lane. A lot of heroes posturing around. DJ getting some really good vision with those wards in. And it looks like he wants to maybe go for a toss back once more. Magical's going to be very careful. And it's only level 5 Timber. Without the level 6 Chakram, this doesn't feel like a play you can make. And yeah, back mid goes Zayats. Radiant did get a little scan on this, so not sure if they quite know what's going on.
Abed was also saving 2 points, had 2-0-2 build, even though he was level 6. Now puts another point in Edict, just for some extra damage on the tower.
Keeps the Siege Creep alive. Very nicely done, and doesn't get too low in the process. They really want to pressure this tier 1 mid. It's going to force out a dire glyph.
Glyph on glyph action.
Yep. Abed times the lightning to kill the creep with. They're not getting this tier 1 tower. They're just trying to maximize the damage that they do. Instead, they are going for this kill down bottom. Magical's popped ultimate, and Ice has hit level 6. They've got Chakram now. Abed completely outplays the Navi side. They pretend they're pressuring mid lane, but the second this Razor overextends bottom, they're TPing in, catching him by surprise.
Sven is not having a good time, and I like the adjustment. He goes for Hand of Midas straight away because there's nothing he can do with the phase boots.
Yep.
Chen, level 2 only at this moment.
You talk about not having a good time. I would say Saniko's having the worst time of all on the dire side. His level 1 death, where he didn't have a TP, and then his next rotation with the golems, he dies again. Every single move Saniko's made has completely backfired.
The problem is they're not going to have anything against Timbersaw for the next 5-10 minutes. They need to bring 3-4 people to actually kill him.
He's got a bracer now. That's
unkillable.
That's, exactly. 1 bracer unkillable. Forget it.
And look at Blizz's. Like, both the item build and the skill build, 3 points and shield crash. Not what you usually see. Now 4 points. Yeah, also has a soul ring and the bottle. A lot of sustain in the laning stage so he can spam things out. Also, he was playing against Naga Siren. He was being harassed a lot by all those illusions and the Riptides.
Well, ISS takes 1 tower and he says, okay, job's done bottom, he comes mid. And he's kind of the pushing hero in a way. Like, Timbersaw, of course, doesn't naturally push fast, but it's the fact you can just tank tower hits, and with 4 points and reactive, he can just tank the entire creep wave, and he's going to pressure this tower. This tower may even just go down here if Navi don't respond to this. In comes Saniko. He's got double mud golems here. There's some magic damage, but Ice, you're going to need a hell of a lot more than that, I feel. DJ gets a kill ultra on there. That's Magical going down again in the bottom lane. Ice wants to take this tower. Golems don't cancel the Timber Chain out. He can still chain to the high ground hero, though. Needs the 1 charges, pops him up. Tower deniable now. It's bottom lane where Tiny got that kill, I believe, with some help.
Man, DJ always finds his farm. Look at him. Even though he was level 2, he's 3-0 and 1. Only needs 1,000 gold for a Blink Dagger. He got the first blood, though.
And as far as greedy, he reminds me a lot of Yapso with how he's very greedy and will often, I would say always, tries to secure kills for himself.
Yeah, and he's a 4th core of the team.
Yeah. This mid-tier 1 tower.
Top lane, Crystal Maiden will go down.
Keeping an eye on this tower as Ice does not want it getting denied and actually gets in time to snipe the last hit. It's a decent chunk of gold not being denied away. 3k gold lead out of nowhere just from farming and from pressuring the Navi cores. Sven's been forced to jungle for some time. Does have Midas, so he's going to be catching up and accelerating a little bit, but all 3 Fnatic cores doing just fine. We haven't even talked about Jabs' Naga Siren. 2 games in a row. He's played this series being very quiet, but a quiet Naga Siren that's good. If we're not talking about Naga, it means there's no action happening.
Yeah, it means she's not dying, and she does not want to be involved in any of the kills. They're just gonna hit some jungle creeps. Bounty runes are spawning.
It's like 3 for Navi if they get this one. Magical, yep, he'll do so. Can fnatic punish this one? It's the Chen again. Suniko, toss over. DJ actually tosses to Abed.
Where's the tip?
Okay.
Do you tip Tiny here? I mean, he would have died anyway.
The Lesher,
Yeah.
He looked dead regardless, but tossing an extra hero onto him probably didn't help any chances he may have had. Ultimately, Navi were ready to secure bounty runes while taking the fight down bottom as well as up top. Very well played by them. But still no answers for Ice. Timbersaw. And when you've got no answer to Timbersaw, the best thing you can do is just ignore him. Let him go to lanes and take towers. And make sure you're making plays and farming elsewhere on the map, because none of their heroes...
Yeah, that's the correct play. A lot of the teams we saw through DPC season when Alchemist... when Timbersaw is being played, is you try to gank him, bring the numbers, and suddenly it backfires, and you're in a spot where you can't really do anything to him, because you don't have a Spirit Vessel carrier that buys it early on, so you're really in a tough spot.
So, Navi let him free farm. They've also let him take 3 towers, basically, but ultimately they set themselves up to have the best chance possible by not trying to gank him.
They also gave the tome to Timbersaw, so he's level 10 right now.
Getting that health talent. No longer having that plus damage talent level 10 that allows you to push so well, but instead it's going to be Dubu freezing for the up top. They get the kill.
And because he has Crystal Maiden's aura, he does not want to go for that mana regen talent. It's pretty much always the same. If you have CM, don't go for mana talent on any hero.
Blizzy finds DJ. DJ was trying to TP out there, just waited around a little too long, and he was just about to finish off a Blink Dagger. Really nice timing to get that kill. That's a big kill. 316 gold, but a killing spree being ended. And again, ignore the Timbersaw. He's pushing. He's taking a tier 2 tower now. And Magical, I mean, he's going to dress him. I don't think this is exactly what you want to be doing. You can force man this lane. They are chasing and going for this kill.
There's no way they're going to kill him. Also, Hood is flying to him right now.
I think it's just like, we got the kill bottom, we took the tower, we want to farm top, but yeah, they're not killing him.
Because both supports are high level, Crystal Maiden and Tiny, since they got the lane, they're also deciding to give a second tome to Leshrac.
Alright, well, that's suddenly almost level 11 Leshrac.
Yeah, that's what gets you reported when you're playing a pub game.
As
stealing tome from your supports.
Well, if you're level 6 on supports, what do you need those tomes for, you know? That's what Fnatic's saying. Your cores can just get even more out of control. Having that level 2 Chakram earlier, getting some of your talents in play, level 2 Pulse Nova. All nice, fun tools to have. And here we go, DJ. He's got the money for the Blink Dagger. He's level 7 as well. Buys the Blink now from that side shop, and he's going to bring it to himself. Here we go. Playing behind the Timbersaw, I think recognizing he's the strong one. We can scan just to make sure no one's on this shrine, but if you're Navi, you see this Hood on Timber, I don't think you actually... Yeah, you're not defending this tier 2 tower. This is just a dead tower.
He has exactly 50% magic resistance and almost 2000 HP with a lot of HP regen per second. There's no way they're going to kill him.
70% physical resistance, and here we go. Blink in, toss back in the mid lane, Avalanche. Making sure they can set that one up, and Zayats goes down with the follow-up damage from Abed and Dubu with the last hit.
4 points in Edict on the tier 2 tower. There's no way Navi's defending this one. Soniko trying to pull the creep wave on the mid tower. Delay push by a little bit, but still gonna go down.
Yep. Bottom lane they're defending, so Ice takes the top tier 1 and tier 2 tower.
That's a full pipe on him now.
You can't really go for that high ground. I like that we're seeing this team-oriented build. Often, you know, these Timbersaws... Oh, hold that thought. Mid lane. Well, doesn't look like Blizzard's going to find too much. Abed is invised up. And may actually find this Razor if he wants to go for this kill. Has Tiny nearby.
They see me rolling, they laughing. They need to use this Rolling Thunder effectively. Try to grab a kill or two. Buy a little bit more time for Sven.
Top lane Magical. He's got no defensive items, really. He's got the phase drums, but there's the Avalanche toss. Sets up the split earth, and Abed will find an easy pickoff. Rotation coming in. That's the kind of... Those are the heroes you want to fight if you're Navi. This Leshrac is one of the squishier kill options, but you got to move there quickly. And Bannerun spawning. They go in looking for Naga. Jabs has the sleep though, and they can turn this. Yeah, they're going to TP in. I think fnatic want to take this fight. DJ ready with an avalanche toss. Doesn't want to commit. The numbers just aren't there for fnatic. They thought about turning it, but decided better of it. As Chen's now rocked up as well. DJ and Jabs have to play a little bit carefully
nice
here.
Swashbuckle.
Yeah, Abed's getting very, very low, but he's still doing a ton of AoE damage, and the Rolling Thunder's back up. Jabs can't do anything to help out his buddy. Abed goes down as Dubu's just gone charging on the Crystal Maiden. Throws out a freezing field. There is going to be an Earth Spirit Sun to cancel it, but the Naga Siren Illusion is just tearing them apart. Sven comes in with the God's Ring, but it feels like it's too little too late as Ice is here now as well with a pipe blocking some of that magic damage. Zayats cannot roll away. And the TP out from Crystal Light.
Oh, if he got that toss, that would be another kill, but this is not worth for Navi. They killed the Abed, killed the Crystal Maiden. That's not enough. You're also fighting near the shrine. Once Timbersaw shows up, that fight is over because they have nothing against him.
Well, fnatic, they may have come into this series with a worse record than Navi. Have taken game one and put themselves in a really good spot here in game number 2. This just feels like a totally different team than what we watched in the earlier days.
Dubu has 9 sentry wards on him. Just placed one.
Do you need that many? There's no invis heroes, right?
He just wants the D ward. No one has any kind of invis.
He's like, where are these freaking wards? He's not going to find much. He's on the ward game. Can he find this observer ward? Come on, Dubu. He's going to put one mid, isn't he? Yep.
I'm getting the Pilot Die vibes when he was trying to D-ward on the first day. He used 5-6 sentries, but at least he got one.
Goodbye, 900 gold. Can he get this one? He knows they invaded their jungle, so he should expect a ward somewhere.
Oh, barely. On the edge.
No. It was blocked, I believe, so that kind of tips him off a little bit, but...
Keep searching.
Is he going for more?
Yeah. He just placed another one. This is what top teams do. They place 2 observer wards where 1 sentry can't reach both of them. So you find an observer ward and you think, oh wow, they don't have the vision there.
No.
And you are using smoke around your own sentries. These are still gonna get scouted.
I remember those time like Kuro would just plant 3 wards all right, like almost right by each other. And it's just like, he knows teams are going to de-ward, but you don't, like you say, you don't expect them all to be de-warded. Oh, smoke up from fnatic. It's go time, they say. DJ has got that blink dagger, and they're going to play behind Ice with that pipe, feeling like he's maybe the tanky fella to utilize as they head into the enemy jungle. So Nico could get jumped here. Blink. Toss avalanche. The damage should be enough here. He's got a mech. Is he going to pop it? Not going to get a chance to do so. And they're going to lose the Chen creep army as well.
Oh, courier.
Navi is smoked up. I don't know if they want to take this fight though.
Bottom lane is pushing in.
fnatic. Are they going to get this courier? No. Doesn't look like it.
Lashrock has Boots of Travel, so he can farm the bottom lane and TP top. I mean, TP mid if they decide to go for a push.
They know he's alone. They roll in on him. They get the stun with the Magnetize. And Abed, offensive yields with the Rolling Thunder will just clean him up.
A lot of rolls.
Yep. They did not expect that movement, fnatic. They thought he was going to be Boots of Traveling in to join up for this fight. Now they don't have the Leshrac and fnatic. They're going to lose more, it looks like. Dubu gets jumped in. Ice will be forced to just run the hell out of there. That rolling boulder.
Roll.
Sleep is there. Just being used to save Ice.
Naga Siren has the Fusel Blade, so it's going to be so much easier for them to fight. This is where the damage is going to come from. Tiny also has, I think that's a full Echo Saber on him. Yeah, and Tiny in this game decided to go for that level 10, 30 damage talent.
I mean, I don't mind seeing this Tiny transition into more of a core with the build he's got. Makes sense. Does some wave cutting, TP's out. Zayats will fish around, but he won't find him, and Naga's elsewhere on the map, gone into the Rojan Pit. Manta Diffusal, this is the Naga timing. These two items is when you get really strong and scary. And that's where Fnatic were looking to take a fight mid lane. Unfortunately for them, Leshrac getting picked off kind of, you know, dampened their plans a little bit, but they're still...
Dubu even using ulti in the Roche pit to slow the attack speed, deal some damage to the Roche. Navi does not know about it. And they're being scouted.
Did, yeah. Oh. Roshan is claimed. Abed gets himself the Aegis, and Fnatic will be looking to make their next move here. Level 17 on Timbersaw has the Lotus Orb completed. Any other big items coming out? Abed's going to BKB queued up. You mentioned the Tiny Echo Saber, Naga, Heart of Tarask, as we saw last game. Same item build coming out from Jabs. Will be an Aghanim Scepter from Blizzy on the Pangolier.
Yeah, he's halfway to the Aghanim Scepter. That's one of the better Aghanim Scepter upgrades. I feel like we were always saying that.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Axe, yeah, this is the best Axe. This is the best level 20 talent. For sure, there's no way there's a better level 25 talent than this one.
Chain on in. Ice, ice, ice. Playing underneath this ward. Just goes charging in. And it's got the Sven damage though with the BKB. That's a feat.
I mean, he just blanked into 5 heroes. Sven popped the BKB, ulti.
He's going to buy back and look to take this fight. The Tiny getting very, very low. The BKB's worn off though. Looks like they're just going to use this to disengage. I say that one disengage, the rest want to fight. Tiny, he may have left the fight, but it's going to be Ice, Ice, Ice charging in again. He cannot afford to die, but I don't think they've got the damage to kill him off here. Jabs on the Naga Siren. His illusions are dealing with Blizzy, burning out his entire mana pool. And on the backlines, it's Ice, Ice, Ice charging forward, slices through the Sven. I think Ice, Ice, Ice is happy to have died there, forcing out the Sven BKB Godstrike, because the end result is going to be Fnatic cleaning up 3 and potentially looking to break high ground with this Leshrac Aegis.
They
TP's
use
home.
3 big ultis there. Razor ulti, Sven ulti, and the BKB and the Rolling Thunder. He instantly buys back. You don't expect this kind of a move, but you went all in, you killed the Timbersaw. He does not care.
It was 2 BKBs as well. The Razor also...
Razor popped his BKB a bit after.
Yeah. So, high ground, I don't think they've got any tools to defend this melee racks with.
He sprays the loser in their base.
Nice. That's the BM we like to see. Fnatic on top of using everything the Compendium has to offer. Trying to get into Navi's head. They do just take the tier 3 tower. They're not looking to overcommit. They're perhaps looking to ping these shrines and go for them. Sven about to respawn, and BKBs are back up, as well as these ultimates.
They don't have to rush anything. Just kill the shrines. Lashrock has Edict. They're a bit afraid. They need to bring a bit more damage. Naga Siren Illusions will do the trick.
Looks like they're not going to hard commit for any of those shrines just yet. Falling back to get a bit more fun. Ice 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 has to play cautiously now that he did die and buy back there. He buys the Tome of Knowledge, so looking to hit that level 20 as soon as possible. Both cooldown reduction and strength both feel fantastic to play with.
Cooldown reduction is good because you have these all these items, and but 20 strength, like you want to go all in, tank it up. What is he doing? He's just trolling. I mean, look at him. Diffusal Blade queued up on Timber.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. He gets the halberd. That's the
build
yeah,
against
yeah,
Sven,
yeah.
against the Razor.
Not sure how he ended up with a Diffusal Blade queued up. Just, you know, typo. So he's positioned on the high ground, trying to maybe scout out any aggressive smoke plays, but Navi for now sitting in their base, playing on the high ground here. Still yet to deward this deep Fnatic ward, which is giving so much info as to what's going on this game.
Still a minute left on that Aegis.
Yep. Will they be able to use it too much? I mean, if anything, bare minimum, it feels like they should be able to get the last shrine.
It doesn't feel like they are going to use Aegis efficiently. They're split on the map, farming the enemy jungle.
Yeah, I think they're just too worried about not having this buyback on Timbersaw, if anything.
And there's also waiting for BKB on Lash. He's only 200 gold away from it.
Yep. And things will settle down here as Fnatic 7k gold lead. It's been slow, steady increase for them. Here come Navi as the
They know
Aegis
what's up.
expires.
You can see
Bounty runes as
Abed
well.
drawing on the minimap, using the scan.
Yeah.
They're reading them so well.
They're just expecting a play. I mean, Aegis expiring and bounty rune spawning. It's a recipe for disaster, as you'd expect Navi to make a play. Magical goes charging forward. Crystallize gets the stun out onto Abed.
But he pops the invis.
There's the Aegis gone. They tried to go in as it expires. He's got the dust as well. He has clipped Abed, but he's overcommitted. On the backline, it's going to be Sven with the BKB God Strength. Wants DJ's Tiny. Tiny's already used his full combo, though, with the pipe. He's staying alive a little longer, but instantly buys back. And Sven's BKB is going to be wearing off soon. He's got no blink. He's been thrown up in the air. The Yule sets up the split earth, and I don't think Sven's going to go out for this when the CM freezing field does get cancelled. But Navi are losing this fight nonetheless. Sleep on the back lines. He's trying to catch more. It's just the Chen creeps.
Yeah, but the Chen creeps are also a good chunk of gold. Only use the buyback on Tiny. Now they can roll in on the bottom lane. 50 seconds without the Sven.
Abed wants to go for this kill. Has anyone else got boots of travel? I don't believe so.
He knows that BKB is on cooldown.
Yeah. He does maybe not have quite enough damage. Waiting to see if he pushes up further, and indeed he will. Charging forward. It was Timbersaw who was rotating, yeah.
Just to get away.
Whew. Things got a little bit dicey there, maybe. But Navi lose another team fight as fnatic will now take the Shrine.
Shrine and Tier 2 tower on bottom lane. Right now, fnatic does not need to risk anything. Roche may respawn in a bit less than 2 minutes, so they can go for it and then just close out this game. It feels like Navi does not have enough damage. They don't have a hero to focus, because you have Naga Siren, who she's not dying. She has 3.5k HP at this moment. Timbersaw 3000 HP. Even this Tiny is super tanky, 2.5.
And this is the downsides of one of the Razor's heroes. It's not this hero that packs the biggest punch. And when you pick these tanky cores as Fnatic, Naga, Timbersaw, even maybe not so much the Leshrac, you run into this damage issue. They've gone in on Ice. The low swap is there. He reflects the stun onto the Sven. He pops the God Strength now. Doesn't commit the BKB just yet. Ice needs to find a way out. He has not got buyback. Dubu in the trees goes for a freezing field, gets immediately stunned up. And they'll get the 2 kills. Die back from Ice.
He was baiting them on purpose. He did not want to kill the creeps. He was just building up the stacks because he saw them from this high ground ward. But
DJ
ended up as a death.
He should not die there. That's also a dieback. Oh, Fnatic. I mean, one of you getting caught is one thing, but DJ, there is no way in hell he should get caught out right after they...
If it will be a quick Roche respawn, that's going to benefit Navi a lot. Because 60 seconds without a Timbersaw, Roche may respawn in 10 seconds. Blizzy will probably be in the Roche pit. See what's happening.
Abed.
Oh, they're chasing Abed. Abed has a BKB.
He's going to have another roll. He's going for a BKB TP out. Smart from Abed.
He does not want to risk anything.
Yeah. He could have gone for the TP and Fog without the BKB, but there's a chance that rolling boulder will
And
find
it's
you.
a long respawn time on Roche. 2 minutes.
Unfortunate for Navi. Nope. Navi still clinging on to this game. It hasn't slipped away just yet. Naga Siren is getting more and more farm though, and Jabs 5-0-2 yet to die. They've found answers and managed to punish some of the other mistakes from the Fnatic players like Ice, as well as DJ, but Jabs has had a flawless farming game.
We didn't talk too much about Pangolier. He's level 18. 2 seconds shield crash in a Rolling Thunder. That's insane with
the
Dagger
Axe,
Scepter.
yeah. So we swashbuckle flying everywhere. That is absolutely nasty.
Has Eon this queued up at the moment? But I think he could use a bit more damage.
On the Pengo?
On the Pango.
He's now gone to a Blink. He had Mjolnir for a second, now it's a Blink. I think he's not quite sure exactly what he wants.
Once you get a Basher with the Aghanim Scepter and the Shield Crash talent, you can just change the whole fight with it.
Oh. See what Navi look to do next. Next Roshan respawning in 20 seconds time. Both teams will be definitely looking to play around the Roshan pit as much as possible right now. You can already see where fnatic are on the map. They're playing top and mid lane. They don't care about this bottom lane, partly because it's pushed out. But also that's one of the benefits of having Naga Siren, who can keep those lanes pushed out.
Oh,
So
he caught him mid-air.
Yeah. So Nico does TP away on the Chen, but they lose the Earth Spirit.
And Roche will respawn in a second. Dubu is just a ward inside the pit. Pings that one out.
Tubu, he wants that book. He's like, I need that GPM talent, guys. Please. Please help me.
Naga only needs a little bit more gold to finish her diffusal. I mean, her butterfly on top of diffusal, manta, and the heart. They have nothing that deals with the evasion. Sven can transition this Crystallis into Bloodthorn.
Cheese and Aegis. So Abe will get himself a cheese to play around with. And fnatic will see 8,000 gold lead. Not the largest of gold leads. Yet to take Arax as well. Just a tier 3 tower mid. But now with Aegis and cheese, they are feeling pretty damn scary.
Fnatic is not risking anything throughout this whole series. Maybe a little bit where few deaths before when they killed 3 of them. But other than that, they're playing it real slow. Jabs once again. 0 deaths on this Naga Siren. Is about to hit level 20. When they approach the base, also lanes are going to be in a good position because they have boots of travel on the lash. He can clear the bottom, TP back, and then they can even split push if needed.
No. It does look like they're ready to go for that high ground play here. They're smoked up. They're at least looking for that pick off into push. You see some wards here. Ice is going to take those ones out where they hunt for the kills, but bottom lane, Razor's already gone.
Look at the Ice. He didn't want to kill those wards.
He's baiting them. He's messing with Navi. He's in their head. What if it expired? Like while he's casting his faking it and then loses 200 gold. That would be the ultimate backfire.
Sven is actually going for Daedalus right now. Wants to have the most damage output as possible at this moment.
Yeah, makes sense. Doesn't need to deal with any evasion, it looks like right now as well. Leshrac didn't get the evasion
butterfly.
down. Oh, yeah, actually, I won't. Yeah, you're, of course, I'm an idiot. Naga does have butterfly. Leshrac didn't get evasion, but yeah, you're right. So, opting just for the Daedalus.
They want this Daedalus so hard. 100 gold away from it. And Fnatic about to knock on their doors.
They see him. They ping Crystallize. They know he's not here. Are they going to go back for him, or are they just going to look to break the high ground? I'm pretty sure I saw a ping on him. But if anything, they're just not wasting their time. They're going for the high ground play here. Tiny using that tree volley just to harass as much as possible. And here comes the Sven. Has the Daedalus completed now? Magical's just getting so incredibly low as trees just keep on flying in.
And there's the split push. Bottom lane also.
Yep. You
Push is popped.
It's so hard to defend multiple lanes as Navi. Pango's pretty good at defending and harassing and keeping these lanes pushed out. Even top lane's being split pushed in as well. Just constant nuisance from the Fnatic side. The split push all over the map.
They don't have to take this fight. They can just keep doing this.
Yep.
There's no way Navi can be at multiple sides. Pango is good. Sven is good at one side, but still, they can't really commit.
2 illusions top. Ice bottom. Couple illusions mid. Good luck. And at some point, you're just going to slowly lose your base, and you have to take a fight somewhere in the map. DJ's just throwing in trees, and with jabs, he actually just takes out the Chen. Backline's here. It is going to be Sven initiating him. Wants to bring down Abed, but Abed's got a cheese, so he keeps himself alive. The crits from the Sven, he is looking for them as the Pengu comes rolling on him with the Aghanim Scepter, disarms the Naga Siren, who's going to pop the sleep, catch out 3. This could set up some follow-up here. Ice, he's dealing with 2 in the bottom lane. He's too damn tanky for anything to happen. Abed times the stun, only catches the Chen with the blink out, but that's going to be a dieback. So Nico is done for, and Dubu's freezing field. Getting Blizzy nice and low on the backlines. It's going to be DJ with a tiny combo. When the Naga Siren ages, they're just charging forward, deleting Navi here. Jabs is getting brought down low, 280 stolen damage. Magical, He's a force to be reckoned with, but he's lost all his teammates. Ice is in the enemy fountain and forcing out a GG. Navi 2-0'd here in group stage action.
Pretty clean game from fnatic.